Morning fellow coin collectors, Coin Snatcher here. Woken up early this morning by the torrential rain, and in the last couple of hours the weather's changed. It's gone nice and sunny again. So I haven't been feeling too great the last couple of days, so I thought wasn't doing anything else today, have a day off, why not take a little trip to the Royal Mint. There is a couple of these more recent bunc coins that I'm missing from the collection. So we're going to take a little toddle up to the Royal Mint today. Hopefully it's open, and see if we can pick up a few coins. No silver proofs, just bunks today, and probably just a couple. Just going out really, take the car out for a run. I think I've done about 100 miles in the car in the last month. So take that out for a little run and see what the Royal Mint has to offer. So tune in. Right guys, so we got the mighty course is warmed up and we're ready to go. So I will see you again when we land at the Royal Mint. We got a bit of the Charlie Daniels band, an easy rider to listen to. So a bit of country and western today on the old wireless, as my nan used to say. So stay tuned. We're nearly at the Royal Mint. Greetings, so we have arrived at the Royal Mint, although judging by the writing in the car park, you'd be hard put to know what part of Europe you'd be in. I don't know if that's Welsh or some other language, but looking around the old Royal Mint car park, it's not what you would call very busy. So there's no coaches, no nothing, just a couple of cars in the car park. And the old coin snatchers turned up. So let's get into the Royal Mint and let's see what they have to offer today. Keep tuned. Right guys, so whilst we're here, I thought we'd just film the way in. Just for reference, if you need a hotel, there is one there. Looks like a right hole. I wouldn't go into it. Looks really rough. Looks really bad. Here we've got the entrance. Please ensure all children are supervised. That's not a problem today. I don't think there'll be many children in here today. Oh, it's lovely here in Wales. When I was driving over, it was hammering down, as we would say in Northern Ireland. But over here in Wales, the sun's just come out. The sun's nice and warm. Just see it over there peeking out from behind the cloud. And we're going to cross the bridge into the Royal Mint. Now for you folks that don't know, this is the bridge that the Royal Mint can blow up. So if you try to steal anything as you come across this bridge, bit of explosive underneath, boom, bang, off you go, dead. You're not getting out of here with anything. Oh, there we go, the welcome sign. So we're here at the Royal Mint. Now I have sat out here quite a few times and enjoyed a cup of coffee. So might enjoy a cup of coffee in the cafe today. It's lovely fresh air today. Needed to get out of the house after being stuck indoors for a few days. Stuck with work for a few days. So nice to get out, get the fresh air. Anyway, we'll get into the Royal Mint and we'll see what's happening in here today. So welcome back guys. We're inside the Holy Church of the 50p, which is of course the Royal Mint. We're in the gift shop. We're not doing the tour. I've done the tour 18 times I think, so there's no need to do it today because we're not getting any of the coins that they're striking at the minute, which are I believe the £2 coins. It does change on the 18th of November, so we'll come back and do the tour then. Holy God Almighty. Yeah, you better take a mortgage out if you want to have a cup of tea here. You'll have to excuse if we're slightly muffled. I could do with a pack of that to go with my Royal Mint jelly beans and get a nice tea towel. I think I'll possibly get a mug today. Might get a nice purple one. There's the D-Day 50p's, so we've got those, and the 2021 sets. Nice. Looks like somebody's opened that one, doesn't it? What else have we got? Some postcards, some little erasers and a coaster, so might pick up a coaster as well, and a couple of books. And then moving on, these are all the like little trinket bits, the sale that you can get, but not really interested in any of that stuff. Lots of books there. I think those books are probably a bit beyond my academic level, so we'll not even try that. There's Dilwyn, the Welsh Dragon, and then no, Michael Bond, that's where I saw Bond. Paddington, what's the name? Paddington Bond. He's pretty cool. Took a big hit on the Paddington silver-proof coins. They released so many of those that they dropped in value like kicking a stone off a cliff. And the Gruffalo, so they're still flogging the shit out of the Gruffalo. Oh, Wallace and Gromit's gone on sale, the fridge magnet. See, some of this stuff's okay, but I like that. That'd be nice to have. That looks well cool. We got all the dinosaur coins already, but they've got all of them here, so £20 or £30. And the first series of the dinosaurs as well. Cool. Yeah. And then they got the Mr. Mrs. Men coins. I stopped collecting all the £5 coins really before these came out, thankfully. Otherwise that could have been another large investment. So there we go. And then we got the more recent edition of the £5 coins, the series of Queen, Elton John, the Music Legends series. I don't see any of the Who there. So again, I didn't bother with any of these coins, but available in various denominations like a ½ ounce silver proof and that sort of thing. There's the Bowie coins, they've got their own section. So that's pretty cool. They do all these special limited edition pack covers as well, 3 different ones. And then the same type of coins that were in the other series. There's a nice print up there as well. Looks really cool. 95. Then we've got a couple of the £2 coins. So we've got the Babbage one. We've got the Olympics one. Don't collect the £2 coin. We've got diversity. We've got that one. We do need one of these. So we'll get one of those. And then they got some nice 50p's up here. Yeah. It's nice. There's the silver proof Insulin 50p. Looks really, really good. And then we've still got some of the Queen's Beasts. We did have a full set. Sorry, these are the new ones, the Royal Tudor Beasts and the Queen's Beasts on the left hand side. Nice. I think the Red Dragon of Wales and the Black Bull of Clarence are the 2 to have out of the first series of the Beasts. So yeah, some nice bits and pieces here. If you had an open checkbook, there's what you'd be looking to come to the Royal Mint to buy. Very nice. Yeah, you can't beat that. There's a stonking big 5 ounce coin. We've got some nice ones. So these were quite interesting coins, the domed Royal Albert Hall coins. They were pretty cool. His Royal Highness Prince Philip. Yours for £2,650. A nice old set from the Royal Mint, penny set, Queen Victoria, and some coin care. We've got some older coins up here. Oh, I know what that is. I got one of those at home. It's cool. And the other one as well. I think one is a coin collector set, and the other is the premium coin collector set. So there we go, that's all the bits and pieces that are there. Let's see what they have in the other stands. Right, so that's it. We're leaving the Royal Mint for another visit. The weather's taken a turn for the worse since I went in. It's really, really windy. Well, not really windy, but look at all the water. That's cool. Haven't seen that river in such full flow before. And yeah, look at the skies. Man, the skies are dark, ominous, but a little ray of light as we leave the Church of the Holy 50p. Did pick up a few purchases, so we'll jump in the mighty Corsa, what's waiting for us in the nigh on empty car park. I reckon, apart from a few people that came in while I was doing the recording, that's why I had to switch off. They were standing sort of right behind me. I reckon they're probably staff cars that are here. Very few visitors. That was the one people that are just leaving now, so they were in the gift shop as well. But yeah, didn't do the tour today. Done the tour too many times, so next time I go I'll do the tour for the Snowman Strike Your Own 50p, and we'll do a tour around the museum as well. I'll have a look at all the little interesting bits and pieces that they have in there. So we'll jump back in the car for now, and we'll head back home and have a look at the purchases. Greetings fellow coin collectors, Coin Snatcher here. So back from the Royal Mint after an exciting journey. I've got to say, I think it took 40 minutes to get there, 40 minutes to get back, and I was probably in the place 10 or 15 minutes. I was ended up there by myself, and I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to see in there. There was a few gold Britannias and that I was looking at as well, but not for this video. So let's have a look and see what I stung myself for, or what the Royal Mint stung me for. So first of all, we'll have the latest edition of the Winnie the Pooh coin. So this is the coloured version. This is Owl, and I'm sure you've seen this before. Now I'm not going to open this up, but it is one of the fancier ones. It opens out and displays nicer than the plain one, the one without colour. Worth noticing as well, you see what they have to do to sell these. So I'd say I don't like them. I don't dislike them really, but I prefer the older style of packaging with the white banner at the top, which incorporated the hang tag to go on the peg, and these now have to be sort of stuck on individually. So you can peel them off, but you know, takes me back. Why did they change it? I can understand them changing the nature of the packaging and standardising it with the Royal Mint logo and whatever the coin is. That's fair enough. No issue at all with that. That's a good idea. I like that. But I don't like this losing the banner across the top. So even they've had to, and you know what, buying those in separately probably outweighs the production cost of having that strip across the top with a hole in it to start in the first place. But anyway, not here to whinge today. So there's the Owl 50p, and it looks okay. It looks a little bit flecky, but they're never 100% these coins, so it is what it is. So we'll pop our Owl over to the side, and of course with the bunc one, the colour one, we have to have the plain one as well. So the plain ones do seem to lose a lot of the definition and the appeal, the eye catchiness of the colour coins. You look at it a bit longer to distinguish what it is. Quite a bit of field in this coin, but it's broken up by where it says owl, and I think that's a little bumblebee across it that features in all of the coins. So neither like or dislike these series of coins. I would have to say I probably rate the Dinosaur series above this series. So the next coin we have then is the Winnie the Pooh and Friends coin, and again this one didn't receive the best of reviews from fellow coin collectors. Not much, well, maybe too much going on and too little an area of the coin to make it easily distinguishable what characters you're looking at, but it's okay, it's not bad. But in fairness, when you look at the colour version, then it really does make a difference, so it looks much better in colour. Now I believe these colour editions are limited to 10,000 each, so it'll be interesting to see how long these remain at their £20 selling price, see if they go up or down on the old flea bay. And then to finish off the purchases today, we got the latest coin, which is the Insulin Coin. So I'll need to order one of these either from Westminster or Coin Club for the red tray, but I'm waiting on red trays to arrive. There's going to be a new red tray for the 50p's, so I might have to reorder the last few of those and just put them in the right order, get the next tray going. So I'll order a couple of those other bunc coins that I need in the next coming week or so. But these Insulin coins I think look really nice. They've got a really nice design on them, and it looks like a frosted finish on these bunc coins, so I think value for money wise for a £10 coin, I think that's just as nice as paying 20 for a colour Winnie the Pooh. In fact, I would have quite liked to have seen the colour version of this. That would have been quite nice. But yeah, definitely rate these type of coins higher than the comic book stroke kids books coins that we seem to get a lot of. I like these science ones, I like the dinosaur ones, but yeah, no, nice, so happy with that. So that is another total of 5 bunc coins that we're going to put on the shelf. Might be missing another couple. I know I bought one that I already had, so the senility hasn't gone away, you know. Already had that one on the shelf, but while I was at the Royal Mint I bought that again by accident. So this one might come out of the packet and go in the red tray when that arrives. So it wouldn't be a trip to the Royal Mint without buying a silver proof coin, and I just couldn't help myself. So got the old box, and the guy who put it in the box pretty much squashed the hell out of the box when he was sort of repackaging it. He took it out, he looked at it himself, put it back in the box and handed it to me. So I thought to myself, well, let's take a chance and see what he's given me. Now I haven't looked at this coin yet myself, so I don't know the COA number on it. I don't know if it's going to have scratch on it, or if there's going to be anything wrong with it. You know, there shouldn't be, in fairness. I don't expect the people to give me a coin that would be visibly faulty when he's looked at it, but wouldn't be the first time. I did buy the Gruffalo coin, got that home, and that had a gash across the Queen's head, looked like someone had taken a broadsword to it. So if we open this up, and the coin we have inside, oh, I should have shown you the outside of the box really, shouldn't I? But it's the Innovation in Science coin, and it is the 100 Years of Insulin silver proof. So they have the PA4 version, which I need as well, and a couple of other PA4 coins, but I think I'll hold back on those and see what happens over Christmas. Again, Christmas coming up, so the old fans are going to have to be diverted towards that rather than spending all the money on coins. Anyhow, it comes with this little booklet, which I'm not going to open up because I have a habit of opening these up and not being able to get them back together again, but pretty cool. 100 Years of Insulin, the 2021 UK 50p coin. So insulin, of course, it's for diabetics, isn't it? It regulates their blood sugar, something like that. So not pleasant at all, but one of those miracle drugs like penicillin, isn't it? So let's have a look. Now, of course, first thing we always look at is the COA. Oh, so we got 0125, 125. That's quite a low number, isn't it? It's not too high. Again, doesn't really mean anything, but 0125, nice number. Better than having sort of 2,700 and something. Anyhow, there's the specs. Standard 50p. The reverse designer is Aris de la Torre. It's a proof coin and a maximum mintage of 3,710. Limited edition presentation of 3,500. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? I wonder where the other 210 are going. Possibly 10 for trial of the picks, and that would leave 200. I'm always wondering if they're going to do a set of these at the end where you can buy all of them, all the science coins together. Possibly that's, going to be limited edition run of maybe 200 sets. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when this series runs. Nobody knows how many coins are going to be in it, but I'm happy with that. Nice to get a reasonably low COA number. Now let's have a look at the little coin. And first thing I always do with the Royal Mint capsule is tighten it up, because they always tend to come loose, and it's my theory that if you tighten it up quickly, keep any air from going into it, then you will minimize or slow down the effects of the toning. So there we go. It's a nice looking coin. Let's just bring that over here and see if we can get a bit of a tilt on it so we can have a nice look at it. Let's zoom in a bit with the phone. And yeah, I think we got a good one there. That looks really good. It's under a nice bit of magnification there. Tiny little spots, dust, nothing else. Again, if we zoom out on that and change the angle on it, it looks absolutely perfect. So happy with that side of it. And if we zoom in again, so again you can see those tiny little specks of, it looks like specks of dust in the coin. Not sure if it's on the capsule or inside the capsule. So that brings it down. We'll give this a PF 67. Not feeling too generous. I think a lot of that's reflections off the capsule where it reflects back. But yeah, being uber critical, it doesn't look like a PF 70 or a PF 69. But still a really nice coin. Low issue number. So we'll get that on the shelf, and in due course we'll get the other ones that we're missing as well. But a nice little haul today from the Royal Mint. Now, for any of you folks that have watched this far into the video, there is one last thing I picked up from the Royal Mint, and if you're genuinely into your coins, you'll probably find this quite interesting as well. So this is a little booklet, and this is London de Clantrasant, 50 Years of the Royal Mint in Wales by Chris Barker. And I did have a flick through this while I was eating my Domino's pizza that I got on the way back, and lots of nice information in it. So I'll go through it. I won't stop at every page, but I will slow down, so if you want to, you have a chance of reading it. I think a lot of this is the sort of advertising and the blurb that you see as you walk around the Royal Mint, especially if you go on the museum. I think a lot of this is replicated, so they've basically taken a lot of what's on the Royal Mint Museum and taken photographs of it and put it into a book, which I think is a really good idea, because if you can't get to the Royal Mint, then this is a nice way just to find out a bit about the history of the Royal Mint and what happened when it moved from London to Wales. And don't these two buildings look amazing? Looks like something from the future, like a Martian landscape with two really strange looking futuristic buildings on it. So no, I like that picture, that's cool. And then a little bit of information about the decisions and who was involved and how it ended up getting to Wales. And then we've got another picture. It looks like a whole load of New York gangsters, but I believe they're possibly British politicians, and possibly a couple of Welshmen there as well. But there you go, and more information about the building of the plant, etc. So really interesting. You know, I like all the coins. I've had whatever coin you would show me, I'd probably quite happily sit and listen if you were telling me about it. It's only because of the cost of collecting a wide variety of coins that I purposely limited myself to something that was, I wouldn't say manageable, but more manageable. You know, I suppose you can go mad with 50p's and start buying the gold ones, but it's just hard enough to keep up with the silver proof and the bunc 50p's. So there we go, that looks cool, the old mint, and that is the director of production, Bob Yates. They all look quite menacing, these people who work at the mints. They all look a bit like Men in Black. And then we've got a little bit more information here. And it goes all through about you know, how they got labour to work in Wales, and you know, the different people that were involved in it, and how they got people to move from London to Wales, etc. So yeah, lots of interesting stuff in this book. Now, normally if I bought an expensive book, I don't think I would share the whole thing on YouTube, but believe it or not, this book was priced at £4. I thought £4 was very reasonable. You know, if you buy a coaster from the Royal Mint, it's £3. The mugs are £8. You know, even a postcard is £1. So to get a book with some interesting information in it, some interesting pictures as well, is really cool. Let's have a look at the next page, and there was a little bit about the old decimalisation as well. And one of the things I did read about this week that I found quite interesting was the Royal Mint's Reclamation programme for cupro-nickel coins. So they actively take a lot of the cupro-nickel coins, the old ones, out of circulation, the ones that are damaged or worn or you know, just past their general use, and they melt them down. So it reduces their cost for raw materials. They can make more coins out of the ones that melted down. But it also means that the number of older cupro-nickel circulating 50p's is getting smaller and smaller. You know, you may look at the release figures for certain 50p's and they may say, oh, we minted 9.5 million of those, but what you don't know is how many of those 50p's have been taken back out of circulation and melted down to make new ones. So really it puts a lot of the mintage figures for the cupro-nickel figures out of date. Not the actual mintage figure being out of date, more the number of circulating coins being out of date. Really, we need to know what's been taken out of circulation as to which coins are going to be rare. I'll give you, for instance, the 2003 WSPU coin, Suffragettes coin. So already quite a rare coin. One of the lower mintage, I think it's 3.1 million. But, you know, have any of those been taken out and melted down? If so, then the circulating number of those coins drops, and surely the value as a result would rise. So this is really cool. This looks like you're somewhere inside Thanos' world. Big heavy industrial machinery going on. Looks like maybe the dwarfs are making a hammer, and there you got plenty of steel, I would imagine that is. So this was a really cool book. You know, I'll probably read it cover to cover later on, but I did have a flick through it, and I tend to speed read things, so I read through a lot of it really quickly. But yeah, somewhere that I would find really interesting. I'd love to work at the Royal Mint. Imagine working there with all these coins and all the different countries that the Royal Mint do business with. You know, great opportunities. Handy as well that it's only an hour from where I live, so I can jump up in the car and be there pretty quickly. that's how I was lucky enough to get two of the Harry and Meghan Strike Your Own £5 coins. So when I collected those, I went up one weekend and they said, oh, we're collecting these, well, we're striking these coins just for 2 days. And me and the person I was with, we both got one. The other person didn't want it. They didn't collect coins or have any idea what it was. So I had both of them. Obviously I paid for both the tours, etc. But yeah, I had both those coins. So two of those Strike Your Own coins. And then also I was able to go and get the Christmas Nutcracker Strike Your Own £5 coin. So at one point we used to have all the £2 Strike Your Own coins, the £5 ones, the 50p's and the £1 coins as well. But rationalisation meant we got rid of the majority of those. So there we go, there's a little bit about the Olympic and Paralympic Games, 29 different designs, a little bit of info there, and all the coins as well. So imagine if these are starting to go out of circulation, to be melted down, wouldn't that be cool? All the vintage figures dropping and nobody really knows what coins are out there. So yeah, I remember that Olympic coin being, I think it was the first kilo coin, and didn't like it at all. Horrible design. Not a fan of it one bit at all. Yeah, there it is. It was some of the first gold and silver kilo coins were struck in 2012 as the Olympic series. Now, would you buy a kilo version of that coin? I think they're only available in kilo coins as well. And then we had the 2016 phenomenon, the Tale of Peter Rabbit. A little bit more info there about commemorative coins, and a little bit about bullion, and a few pictures there. There we go. And the Britannia coins, which are beautiful coins. If you haven't had a chance to have a look at the Britannia coins, have a good look at those. They've got latent security features, probably one of the best bullion coins in the world. Really, really nice. I would have these in preference to the sovereign. And there, speaking of the sovereign, there we go. So like I say, for £4 I thought this was a really, really good value book. Now imagine having a pile of sovereigns like that. Oh, imagine, it'd be like Scrooge, wouldn't you? Be sitting with your arms round it. They're mine, they're mine, they're all mine. Reminds me of the story I read once about the piano serviceman who went out and serviced a piano, and when he opened up the piano, I think it was something like 380 sovereigns hidden away inside it, half sovereigns and full sovereigns, and all the different years, so all the way back, I think it was way back 1910, that sort of time, the sovereigns. So somebody had stashed them, and I think they were worth $500,000 odd. It was some crazy amount of money. But there we go. Of course, the Royal Mint strikes medals as well. Well, really it crafts medals, doesn't it? Creates and crafts them. So a little bit of info there about that as well. And then coming towards the end of the book, a little bit more about the medal production. Oh, they've struck an annual Chinese lunar series. You're going to say they'll probably not be doing much for China in the future, I wouldn't think. There's one of the Royal Mint employees grafting. So yeah, I thought this was a really nice book, and we'll find somewhere on one of the shelves to put this. And there we go. Have a read of that. It's like a dandelion medal, isn't it? You know, when the dandelion all goes white and you can blow it. And finally, a little bit about the Royal Mint community. So we'll well, I only intended to stay for a few years to get my industrial experience, and then I was off, but I absolutely loved it. The sense of family, the environment, the people were so keen to help. So that's nice as well, to have a few little bits of info from the people who work at the mint. And there we go. Final page, a little bit about modernisation. And there we go. Cool. All interesting stuff. And there we go, just a few acknowledgements on the final page. So the book closes, and that brings a close to the video for today. So a little trip out to the Royal Mint. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and by all means leave a comment. And we'll get these 50p's onto the shelves, and they can join the rest of the collection. Thanks again for watching, guys. Peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.